So here we're going to talk about the actual implementation in the C++ side of our ambient occlusion. For this example, we're going to load in two vases. They're actually going to be the same object, but we're going to apply a texture to one to show all the ambient occlusion. So for the first one, we're going to use the texture from our ambient occlusion that we made in Blender, and for the other one we're going to just use the normal diffuse lighting technique. Here below you're going to actually see the loading in of that PGM file that we used before in Blender. And for the onDraw call, we're just setting that uniform every time so that we're actually passing the texture into the graphics card. So let's go over to the vertex shader. It's pretty standard. The only thing that's different is that we're bringing in that texture coordinate and we're passing it over to the fragment shader. So let's go over to that. There we go. So the first few lines, you'll notice that it's pretty similar to what we've been using before. It's the normal diffuse lighting technique. The only thing we need to change this time is to bring in the ambient occlusion, and we'll load in, we'll go and grab the value for each point using this call, and then we'll just modulate that by our diffuse factor from before. Note that you'll only multiply it by the red channel. We're only using one of them. That's just how the PGM file is set up. And so let's go and see what it actually looks like. Alright, here you'll notice we have two identical vases. It's loading in the same object. The one on the left, however, we're applying the texture that we used in Blender. The one on the right just uses the diffuse lighting technique from before. On the one on the left, you'll notice that the inside is completely dark. As one would expect, we have no light bouncing in and reflecting off of that, so therefore it is dark. On the diffuse lighting technique, we see that it is light, and that's not what we would expect to see. So we can conclude that this is the better implementation. We see a more realistic picture of the vase. And so that is ambient occlusion techniques. Thanks for watching.